Guys, NaturallyNellzy here today with a video that was spawned on by a dream that I have, and it is going to be on the topic of saving money. So basically, a lot of you ask, how exactly can I save money? Some of you have goals, different things that you want to achieve in life and so on. So I'm just going to give you some tips that I actually should abide by on how to save money. So number one, cash only. I can't tell you how many times I have swiped, and when you look at your account, you look at all these different transactions, and you're just like, where did all that money go? If you can, grab the ATM or hit up, your bank or whatever. Take out some cash, whether it be like maybe $20, $40, something reasonable for the week, and always use cash allowance. But using cash is a great way because you can always feel it, you can touch it, you can see it. And the reason with you having cash, you're not as inclined to spend it as much, being that when it goes away, it doesn't come back exactly the same amount. So it makes you more frugal, if you will, as far as making sure that you're not, overly spending, overly eating out. It will get you to see if you are spending too much money on different things that you may not necessarily need. One thing that I do notice is that my demographic has changed quite a lot. I have a different age group. I think like the biggest group now is like 18 to like 25. A lot of you are still freshmen in college, starting out, juniors, sophomores, seniors. You're getting out in life and you're starting out new. So one thing that I would say, if you can, totally live with your parents. I know that a lot of us may be like, oh, it's time for me to grow up. It's time for me to expand. It's time for me to get out of here. I don't want to be like 24, 25, 26, live in my mother's house. But honestly, guys, the times have changed. Really wouldn't be mature about the situation. Look at the economy. A lot of people these days are not in the same standards of what their actual earnings are. Salaries, wage is what it used to be. And it's definitely a hike in the rent increases, houses, mortgages, all of that. So if you can, totally live with your parents. Like I said, a lot of us may not like the idea of it, but if you're going to be mature about it, think about your expenses. I'm not necessarily saying, it's a lot going on back there. I'm not necessarily saying that, you got to slack off your parents, mooch off of them, be a couch potato. No. I'm talking about living with your parents, actually contributing to bills in the household. Maybe if you don't have a job right out of college, you can help around the house. Like if you have a car, take your parents to like the grocery store, help them out when they need to go somewhere. See what you can do to help around the house. Offer to pay a bill, volunteer to pay a bill. Things like that they actually appreciate, and it shows them that, I appreciate my time here and you're not giving me the kick, because we all gotta fly at the nest one day. But understanding of what paying utility bill, rent, light, all these different things, gas, water, there's so many different bills that you actually understand and get a knack for like, whoa, this is what I'm prepared for. And then it also lets you understand that you have to have a certain budget. Maybe you can learn some tips from your parents about like shopping, different places for discount. You actually learn a lot from your parents, especially when you are taking on the responsibility of helping out in the house. So don't be surprised if they actually do appreciate your company a little bit more now that you're trying to take an understanding in the troubles and trials that they have actually been going throughout their life. And of course, during that time, you can give them an understanding of like, guys, I do have a goal here. I'm trying to move out in a certain amount of time, and I do appreciate you letting me have my funds, increase and let me couch here while I try to get on my own. So yes, that's definitely something that I would let you guys know is a great tip. The next tip I have for you guys is actually building credit. Now, one thing about me is I have definitely had a fear of credit cards because I thought that they were the devil and they were just bad and not good for you. But one thing you have to understand, again, with the times they have changed, credit is something that you absolutely do need in order to get ahead in life. It's sad to say, but you definitely need to have credit. And I think it helps where if you can start off with a small card, maybe a secure card, or maybe a small credit card that doesn't have like a lot of high fees, percentage, interest, and all of that, just so you can get an understanding of what things are like. And it also helps to build that, because honestly, in this day and age, when you don't have good credit, you actually end up spending way more money as opposed to thinking that you were doing good by not investing in a credit card. So get a credit card. Now, the second one that goes with that is being responsible with credit. You don't want to go crazy. Like, go ahead and purchase like small things. I would say small things on a credit card that you can actually pay off in like that time. They usually do have the the minimum that you can pay the full amount off. It's really good for your credit because it shows the creditors and different bureaus that you are responsible and you know how to pay your dues and your bills and your debts and so on, so they will trust you more. And if they continue to monitor your rating, which they will, and they see that you are steadily, you know, paying your bills, you're staying on top, actually begin to notice that your credit is getting higher and higher and higher. Do not buy what you don't have. If you know you don't have the money in your account, that means you probably shouldn't be buying it. So only buy what you know you can afford. You guys, is downsizing. If you know, like, especially this is for like if you live on your own, if you know you have like the gold triple package and your cable bill, you're at work for the majority of the day, and you watch Netflix, you probably don't need that gold package. So if you can downsize, definitely do so. You know that you have something that is, you know, taking up the bulk of your money, whether it be a cable bill, whether it be a car, whether it be shopping expenses. I know a lot of these sites now have those automatic withdrawals for the monthly memberships. You totally can downsize. I definitely have downsized from some of the things that I used to have, especially when those times got hard when I was looking for a job and couldn't find one out of college. It helps you to put more money in your account, and it also helps you to realize that, you know, you don't need certain luxuries. And rather than spending $10 on like a beauty subscription, you could use that money to put food in your gut when you're hungry at work. So next tip that I have for you guys, couponing. It's very, very, very helpful. I will tell you that. A lot of us usually look at couponing like, oh, I'm not doing that. But let me tell you, if you see a sale and you see a coupon, definitely go for it. You can save a ton of money and you can actually end up getting more stuff back. I'm not saying be an extreme couponer, but there is totally nothing wrong with couponing. If you know that you buy a lot of makeup, especially if you know you're way over your limit, if you see something on sale and you feel a little bad about it, go get a coupon and get a, you know, percentage off of that, and it will definitely help. So you can save money and you can also get your item for a discounted price. So couponing, definitely take use of it. Something else that's pretty helpful, when you go into the stores, usually they'll ask you if you have like a rewards card or you have like a savings card. I can't tell you how many I have on my keychain. If I go to a store that I know I frequent, I have one for Dwayne Reed, I have one for Walgreens, I have one for Rite Aid, I have one for Pathmark. Those savings cards actually get you some money off of those regular base price items. And a lot of the times those stores, especially the pharmacies, they will have like those buy one get one free deals. And all you have to do is swipe your card. So definitely, if you go to a store, always ask and see if you know if you guys have any coupons. Do you have any of those savings or rewards cards? Because they definitely take a lot off your purchase, especially if you find yourself shopping there a lot. So definitely look out for those as well. What I have for you guys is budgeting. I think it's really good to build a budget just so you can see exactly what's going on. You don't want it to be a situation where you are spending more than you're actually saving or actually being paid. So you don't want to find yourself living above your means. Budgeting is awesome because it really allows you to tap into seeing like, I'm spending a lot of time at Dunkin' Donuts and that's where the bulk of my money is going for. Excuse the ice cream truck, Brooklyn. Maybe you can see like, wow, I went shopping at least 3 times in 1 week. I ate out at dinner like 3 times in 1 night. Every single Friday I'm going drinking. Of course, this is me spouting out my faults here, so I'm using myself as an example. But yes, I really had to take the time to see exactly what I was doing and what I was swiping, because again, when you use your cards, you're not really focusing on. Go to make a purchase, go ahead and write down like, spent $5 on Dunkin', spent $2 on a Metro card, spent $4 on ice cream. Definitely go ahead and write down those things and just document it, because it definitely helps to see where your money is going. After you've done that for like about, I would say maybe do it for 2 weeks or whatever your pay period is, go ahead and see like, this is how much I took home from my paycheck, this is how much I spent. And if you don't find yourself that you're kind of sort of in the middle where you have money left over after you spent that, and of course after your bills were paid, you are living way beyond your means. So you don't want to do that, because you're not going to be able to see. I know that the majority of my money goes towards food. I told you guys, inner fat girl here, I love foodie. I love food. I'm a big time foodie. So I noticed that a large chunk of my money was definitely going to food, and I need to stop that. So, you know, bringing your own food or bag your own lunch or something like that, bag your own, you guys know the term. That's going to be a great way to save you money. You go out, you're spending a lot of money on cabs, see if you could carpool. If you could jump on the train, definitely get on the train. Ride your bike, that's always free. Like, you can always look for different ways that you can actually, you know, save yourself money as opposed to going and constantly spending. So that's a good thing to do as well, as far as budgeting. And maybe with your makeup, maybe with it, you know, shopping, because those are like the main addictions that women have. Go through all your makeup and see exactly what you need. Like, if you have, at least like myself, I'm always going to use myself as an example. I probably have, like, looking at my collection, I probably have 10 different shades of pink lipstick. Why did I find myself walking into Sephora and looking at some more pink lipstick? It's a really good tool to just go and look at the things that you have already and just be like, wow, I didn't know I had so much lipstick. Wow, I didn't know I had so much shoes. Why did I have 4 bags that are basically the same color, cut, size, and style? I don't need another one. Next tip that I have for you guys is to actually save. Use the term, oh, I'm saving. And then you ask them, like, what are you saving for? And they're like, I'm saving for a rainy day. It's hard to go towards that goal in saving to keep your morale if you don't even know what you're saving for. So if you have to think of a goal in your mind, put one in your mind just so that you know what, I'm not going to go for that bacon and egg on a croissant with no cheese and a vanilla bean colada because I'm saving for a vacation to Paris. Something like that, you know, like maybe if you're saving, I want a new car. I want a new dress. I want this pair of shoes I'm saving towards. I want a bag I'm saving towards. I want maybe a trip to a salon that's pretty expensive I'm saving towards. It's always good to have a goal in mind because that is going to keep your motivation to keep you to save. And every time you want to go grab something or you want to go swipe, or, you know, withdraw, you're like, wait, I have a goal in mind. You're always saying to yourself, if I go and I buy this, how far is that going to set me back from my goal? So that's why saving is pretty important because it keeps you motivated to continue towards your goal. Saving with that goal in mind, it's good to have a realistic time frame as far as when you can actually achieve that goal. A lot of people usually say like, oh, I want to pay off my loans. I want to, you know, it's always with something that they want to pay with bills. I think it's good to have a goal in which you can actually reward yourself for saving. And you find that it's something that you're going to enjoy later on in life. Maybe you're saving for an apartment. Maybe you're saving for a home. Now, the next thing that comes with saving is how you actually intend to save. Some people like to do it old school, you know, keeping your money under the mattress. I'm not sure if people still do that. Keeping your money under the mattress. You can, of course, you can have a savings account, which you can have part of your check go towards your savings. And then you can actually have your check go into your account. That's also a really good tip. But I find that usually in cases like that, when you know the money is there and you have easy access, it makes you want to go and grab it and you can just take it. Like I got like, you know, $500 waiting, or I got $1,000 waiting. So I know if anything, I can go take that money. That's really not what you want to do when you want to save. So I think that it's pretty good to, if you can, find somebody that you trust. Maybe one thing that my coworker actually had shared with me is that, you know, her husband's pretty good with saving money and he's more so old school where you keep it around the house. So what she told me is that when she knows she wants to, you know, save money to go towards something, she'll give it to him. And those times when she's like, babe, I need money, he's like, no, you're not getting it. Unless they actually really need it, then he'll go and he'll give it to her. And it's like all these different crazy places around the house. If that's what you need to do, please go for it. I know for me personally, I have enough self-control, thankfully. It's hard in the beginning, but thankfully I have self-control now where I can have all of my money in one, and I know that I'm not going to touch a set amount of money when it be like $3,000, $4,000. I think that's all my tips on saving. If you have any more tips, definitely leave down below. You guys are always good with like different, you know, tips, suggestions, thoughts, and let me know how you guys save money. What's the best way that has worked for you to save money and accomplish your goals? And then tell me, what did you actually accomplish in buying, or what you were saving towards? What did you get from saving and having all that self-control? I will see you guys in the next one, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.